not to hire a car. Pepe was confident he'll be able to drive in Sri Lanka. So here we are inside a car. Yeah, we're heading to Sigiriya and then we are supposed to head to Kandy. And also Pepe has to work remotely tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So we've got to drive for about 3.5 hours. Wish us luck. Our entire trip to Sri Lanka was about 5 to 6 days, and our trip was also very budget friendly. Sri Lanka is an amazing destination for those of you guys who are on a budget, and I wanted to do a small breakdown of our costs and what we have spent during our holiday in Sri Lanka. So let's take a look at it. In total, we spent about $620 for 6 days for 2 people. The biggest spending was actually the rental car. It was $270. It's not necessary to hire a car in Sri Lanka, and it's also not the easiest thing to do. It's quite challenging to drive there, but it's not impossible. There are so many buses all around Sri Lanka, so if you're truly on a budget, buses would be a perfect and a very convenient way to commute to different destinations all around Sri Lanka. We visited Sri Lanka in December and we were very unlucky with the weather. So the weather most of the time was like the weather you see in the video right now. And out of 6 days, we had rain 4 days. I would say 4.5, which was crazy. However, we managed to enjoy the trip and fall in love with Sri Lanka, and we were actually quite happy in the end that we hired a car, because if it rains and you're stuck in the hotel, it's not fun, but if you're inside the car, you can actually see what's happening around you and see things from the window. It's raining so much today that we could barely see the rock, and we definitely won't climb today because, well, it's really raining a lot. So we decided that it's time for lunch. It's actually already 1:40 because we drove for about 4 hours to reach Sigiriya from Negombo. And we currently went to the restaurant called City Family Restaurant. It's apparently one of the best rated restaurants in Sigiriya on TripAdvisor. And that's what Pepe got. Like, look at this dish, it's amazing. So this is my dish and I've got no idea what it is and how it tastes like. But it's good it's not spicy because the spicy sauce is here. As we couldn't see really the Sigiriya rock and climb anything and hike at all, so we just decided to head to our next point, to Kandy, where our hotel is located, and that was about 2.5 hours driving. So today is a day full of driving, to be honest, but the route is quite nice, so there are many beautiful points, and yeah, there are very beautiful landscapes, and it finally stopped raining. So we safely got to our hotel, Earl's Regency Kandy, and it's a very beautiful hotel. It's actually 5 stars, but I would say it's more like 4 stars, but it's really budget friendly. It was just about $58 per night, which is very great, which is great for UK standards, and it had a swimming pool, which was a bit cold. And we even got compliments from the hotel, and we didn't know how to eat that avocado because we actually didn't have a knife, but we managed to in the end. Okay, it's breakfast time. We're so unlucky, it's just raining non-stop, and the forecast says it's going to be raining like this all day long, every day until Sunday, when we basically go back to the UK. So that's what unlucky really looks like. Just acquired some nuts for 200 Sri Lankan rupees. About to experience the paved road in Sri Lanka. Let's see. So we got a ticket, and I guess at the exit we'll find out how much it will be, because we're gonna exit in about 45 to 50 kilometers. In the end, the road was really good, really fast as well, way faster compared to normal Sri Lankan highways. It's also super new, so I definitely recommend driving on this road. And it wasn't that expensive in the end. I think we paid something like $3, if I'm not mistaken. And on the second day, we also drove quite a lot in Sri Lanka. So we were heading to Kalutara, a very nice seaside town. In Kalutara, we found a lot of Russian and Ukrainian restaurants. I have no idea why. And then we finally got to our guest house, and that's called Carl's Holiday Bungalow. It was very simple and also affordable at $31 per night, but it also had a swimming pool and was good because the ocean nearby wasn't suitable for swimming because of huge waves. In the evening, we went to the J Lobster seafood restaurant, and it was a really great portion. Look at the shrimps. They're jumbo shrimps, but they're so big. The only downside is that to get to the restaurant, you need to cross the railway. The next day in the morning, we had a really nice breakfast. So we had a lot of food. So these are hoppers, traditional Sri Lankan breakfast kind of pancakes, I would say. These is the curry and coconut sambal, and I think those ones are actually coconut roti, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, we also had fresh fruits. It was really, really good in Sri Lanka.
Do you have your swimsuit on? So we finally decided to check out the beach of our hotel, which is obviously not a private beach, it's all a public beach in Kalutara. The hotel is back there. I mean, it's awesome. I'm not sure you can swim here, although maybe you can't here. I mean, it looks beautiful. And there are colorful boats in the background, so many palm trees.
Well, no. As it turned out, it's a surfing beach, so you can't swim there, and it would be actually very dangerous to swim. Off to the road again. So this time we're heading to Tangalle or Tangalle. If you know how to pronounce it correctly, please let me know. And we saw quite a few signs warning us that there could be peacocks ahead, and we actually managed to see one. On the way, we'll stop in one of the local coffee shops. But to just have a small break and drink some coffee and see what they look like. In here, we've seen so many more tourists. It's actually, this part is way more touristic, and it's very popular and famous among surfers, and we've seen a couple of people on the bikes and tons of surfing beaches and surfing hotels. So yes, Sri Lanka is actually a great destination for surfing, but I'm not sure if it's really good for swimming. So let's check it out. And I think you need to be very specific with the hotel or resort you're picking, with the beach you're staying next to, if it's a swimming beach or it's not a swimming beach. So we decided to make a stop to go to a supermarket to buy something for lunch and buy some fruits as well. So I'm gonna take you with us and show you how the local supermarket in Sri Lanka looks like. So let's go. Huh? Do you want a mango? The selection in Sri Lankan supermarkets was good. You could buy pretty much everything, including local imported products and also products imported from India. And there are also many European kind of chocolates and American chocolates, so pretty much everything you might wish for. And we were heading to our hotel, Ananya Beach Resort, and to get there we had to drive through unpaved road for a while. Saw some peacocks, cows, and even met this dangerous lizard, the Asian water monitor. We are staying in the middle of nowhere in a really nice secluded beach resort, and I just wanted to show you our room. Just found this hotel on Booking.com, and it had an amazing rating of 9.6 or 7. Overall, I think it's a really beautiful place, and it's really a steal for the money, honestly. It's just incredible, and we can see also mountains far away from here. Oh my god, my hair looks super funny. So I hope the waves are not too big because I'm not such a good swimmer, but let's check it out. Unfortunately, Pepe had to work remotely, so he couldn't enjoy the beautiful sunset with me. Also, the beach wasn't really suitable for swimming. had breakfast and finished packing, we went for a run in the morning before it started raining, and it was lovely. Although I didn't know it was so hard to run on the beach. It's really hard. I usually run about 3 kilometers, but I ran 1.5 and I was exhausted, and now my legs hurt so much. So, oh my god, that's so ridiculous. And it's our last day in Sri Lanka. We're flying tomorrow morning, so we will try to make the most of a day and visit Mirissa, for example, a place that I wanted to visit. But those are mainly the beach destinations, and today is kind of rainy and cloudy, so it's probably not the best day for exploring the beaches.
No.
One of the roads back from the hotel was pretty flooded, so we had to pick another one. Luckily, there was another road. Okay, so we are in Mirissa and we decided to come to a super touristic brunch spot, and let's check it out. Overall, it was great. The prices weren't too bad, and it was one of these few places that look like, you know, these Instagrammable spots on Bali in Indonesia. So it's the Sri Lankan own version. I haven't filmed much on our last full day in Sri Lanka. I think that's because we were pretty tired from our 16 trip around South Asia, changing countries, because we visited 5 countries in one trip. So on our last day, we stayed at the Hotel Kaya Leisure, close to Negombo airport, and it was good. I had breakfast, and I think for me it's time to say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found some useful information. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and see you guys in the next video.